Welcome back to Matchday Review. We're still trying to come to terms with defeat at the London Stadium, a game which was ours for the taking and unfortunately has slipped away. Brucey, it's a difficult result for the fans to take, for players to take, for the manager and his staff as well, because it looked as though his game plan, the setup was perfect. So as a manager, and you've been one and you're an assistant manager now, how tough is it to take?
I think sometimes you can analyse things, and I think today it was pretty evident of what Erik will be thinking tonight. We didn't take our chances and we didn't have that little bit of luck that you need. I think in terms of game plans, the team he picked, what could he have done different? I don't think he could have done a lot more, because at the end of the day they've gone away from home in the Premier League, which is no mean feat, and completely dominated the game overall. First half, it was total dominance. Second half, there wasn't much in it, I have to say. But overall, with the chances and everything, and the stats and what have you, they are all in Manchester United's favour. They just didn't get that little bit of lady luck. And the decision at the end with the referee, you have those days. And when things, like I keep saying, aren't going your way, you have them days, don't you, Wes?
Yeah, listen, they've just got to pick themselves up again now. It's hard, it's disappointing, it's hard to do. But you've got to look at the game. You know, look at everyone's performances and say, okay, wasn't our day today? We do the same again next week, and that's how you have to treat it. The best way you can cope with it. If anything, you work a bit harder again going into the next game, but you keep that same mentality that they did. But just knowing, listen, we go into this game now, we do the same again, but we put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, well, next two games, both here at Old Trafford. Leicester in the Carabao Cup and Chelsea in the Premier League, so two big games to look forward to. We're still waiting to get some reaction from the London Stadium from the manager, but before we get that, shall we hear from Sammy Mack? He was commentating on this game with Niall.
Thank you very much. Yeah, from our perspective, Sammy, we don't think Manchester United, performance-wise, actually played too badly, particularly in the first half. You think of the number of chances that they created. But when it comes to this game, it's a results business, and once again, United are on the wrong end of it.
Absolutely. Now, forget about the decision, the penalty. Forget about that, because Manchester United should have been out of sight in the first half. We were dominant. We made chance after chance, clear-cut chances, and we didn't take one, and we've been punished.
When it comes to that second half, West Ham are always going to come out with a bit more intensity. They probably would have got a roasting off their manager, Julian Lopetegui. But the way that the game has gone, and the decision at the end, and of course we've heard already discussion about that, it's important sometimes that you don't let that cloud your thinking too much. There are positives to take from this display. But it's hard to say that to a professional footballer when they've been beaten in that fashion. The lads will be devastated.
They'll be devastated now in that dressing room after that first half showing. When going at half time, Manchester United 4, West Ham 0, no one could have complained. And we go in 0-0 and come out. West Ham, as you said, we're always going to be better second half. And they get 2 goals, and we were punished. And okay, people now is going to talk about the penalty decision. It was harsh. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't be talking about that incident. The game should have been done and dusted, and it wasn't.
Well, Manchester United still searching for those elusive back-to-back wins in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, we certainly are. We really do need them, because Chelsea have won again today. They're looking decent, although Newcastle have lost. But all the teams that we were expecting to be competing with, Wes, seem to be picking up results. And if we're not careful, we're going to be quite a distance behind very quickly.
Yeah, and listen, and that puts the pressure on as well with the lads, with the club. So, you know, in that sense, it's very disappointing. But again, we can only look forward to the next game now, and we can take some very good positives out of this, except for the result. You know, we just have to put the ball in the back of the net.
It hurts more probably because it's such a controversial way to lose the game. But it's definitely going to hurt the players including Lisandro Martinez, who's speaking with Zara.
So, Lisandro, there are so many emotions to take away from that game. How are you feeling?
Feeling very disappointed. For me, I hate to lose. I hate losing. That in this club is not what we want. The expectations are really high for sure. We want to win every game. But now it's time to accept it, to be honest with ourselves, and to keep moving.
We can tell just obviously with how you're talking how much this club means to you and how much effort that you want to put in to obviously fix this. What do you think were the key factors that need to be improved from today's game going into Wednesday?
I want the best for this club, and I'm pretty sure that this club will be in the top, and we will give everything to put this club in where they deserve. And I'm so frustrated, honestly. I'm so frustrated because I see every day our skills, our quality, and then those days that we finish a game, we lose, we miss many chances again, and it's difficult to accept it, but we have to, and yeah, we have to accept it. That's it.
And as you said, we have to accept it. We see how much you all hurt with this, and when you hurt, you fight even harder to obviously correct it and get those results. How much will you and the rest of the team fight for the fans to give them what they deserve?
Everyone fights, and we give everything, but I think we have to give more. And we have to know that football is a mental game, and we have to keep believe until the end, being hunger. Today we played very good first half, and then the second half we drop. Then we concede the 2 goals, and we couldn't win the game. And yes, I'm so disappointed today, honestly.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
You can see it in his face and hear it in his voice there, Martin, has been so disappointed, which all of the lads in that dressing room will be feeling.
I'm sure he echoes every single one of them in the dressing room. They'll all be disappointed, and we've been there, haven't you? As players, you have games like that where you feel as if what can you do to win a game of football when you totally dominate the game? And like I keep saying, they just need to keep together, ride this little bad patch out, and hopefully that little bit of luck will turn. But they just need to be more clinical in front of goal, and that's where you earn your bread and butter, isn't it? And it's been the Achilles heel so far this season. It's been an example of that again today. But they just need to keep maintaining the chances, keep creating them, and hopefully you think things will change.
Is it easier, or should you even be doing it, to blame the controversial penalty for the result instead of looking at yourselves for not converting the multiple chances we had?
No, I think it'll be frustration. I think everyone understands football. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it doesn't. But considering that, you'd be frustrated with it. But ultimately, okay, we've played well today, but we've got to do more. We've got to work more. We need to change the luck into our hands. We need to punish teams when we're on top. And that's what you'll be thinking about. Obviously, the decision today, that's football in general nowadays. So sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against. Today it was a bad one, it was against. But you look at your game performance, how you played as a team, you'd be happy but disappointed because football, you need to score.
We can get the thoughts of the manager next. Erik Ten Hag is with Zara.
Erik, we dominated that first half, and then to see the result end the way it is so heartbreaking. How do you look and reflect overall at that performance?
Football is not always the best team winning, and today that is the perfect example. Today there was only one team who deserved the win. We played very good football, in and out of position, dominating the opponent, creating chances. The only thing, if you want to win, and that is already longer an issue with us, we have to score. And then the second thing what we have to do better is keep look in the mirror, keep calm, keep focus, and head in front of the goal. And then, of course, in the end, you lose the game. That's very frustrating. After we make one mistake, we're losing the game, we return, we show again that we are a resilient team. And then the penalty situation where the refereeing has a big impact on the score.
Another loss in the Premier League was bad enough, but to do it against a struggling Hammers side after simply dominating first-half proceedings is a worrying sign. Diogo Dalot did not have his finest game in red, missing an open net and getting the wrong side of Crescencio Somerville for the Hammers opener. It was a day to forget for the Portuguese. It was not the game for Alejandro Garnacho, who put in one of his weaker performances against Julen Lopetegui's side. When his first shot of the day cannoned off the bar in a one-on-one, it looked like Garnacho may have the freedom to dazzle like his usual self. Wrong. The winger really struggled to get a hold of the game, and was frustrating throughout,